Alright guys, Leo and Ninja again, here in the new year 2024, kicking it off with another video. Today we're going to be focusing on serratus anterior, so I'll bring you over here, Leo, check it out. What looks like ribs up here is the muscle that sits on top of the ribs, so it lines a few of them, I think the first 9 ribs actually, so it's quite a long muscle. You can even see number 7 up here as well, tucked in as we go up onto the ribs. And it winds around to the back side of the body here where it lines the inside of this shoulder blade. So it's responsible for keeping that shoulder blade flat up against the rib cage, and its primary functions are elevation of that, protraction of the scapula, so the shoulder blade sliding across or forwards, kind of like a punch. And it's also known as the boxer's muscle as well. So the reason for that is it pushes that forward. And also upward rotation of the scapula. So the other muscle that's really important in those two movements is the upper trap. And you'll see it or hear it a lot of times. People get a lot of tension in their upper traps and they get into these sort of holding patterns, and they're probably moving away from this muscle. It can be one that, I guess, gets inhibited a lot, and typically that upper trap dominance turns it off. So today we're going to try and do some trigger point work into that serratus anterior muscle. We'll hit it from a few angles and restore some function in there with some exercise at the end of the video too. So we'll start this way. So Ninja's already in the perfect position. I'll get some cream to come onto here. So ideally from the front side of the body here, we can find it as it comes out of the underside of the pec here and it attaches onto these few ribs here. So as long as you've got some contact onto the ribs, you'll be right to sit onto this serratus anterior. So can be quite tender, quite sensitive, but the ribs are pretty prominent here, so you can use those to guide your treatment. So I'll just kind of sink in here onto one of the ribs that I'm finding, and we'll just hang about. Ninja will just contend with some awareness that's coming on here. Ninja, how's it feeling, man?
Yeah, it's good. Good connection.
Yeah.
I feel it's connecting right in with tendons and ribs. So it's where it needs it.
So yeah, we'll just trace the rib towards the midline of the body. Feeling out for a few little nodules and bumps as I kind of come across here. There's some tenderness in this tissue. So stay firm and lock in. Do a bit of boxing in your time, Ninja? What's going on, man? Did these muscles get utilized at all?
Yeah, I did quite a bit of speedball actually, like around, nearly 30 years ago.
Lifetime ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah,
did a lot of speedball. I could hit it pretty well actually.
I
was trying to get 8 or 900 hits in three minutes. So that was a goal for six sets.
Epic, man.
So yeah, but haven't done that much boxing.
Yeah.
To be honest, but yeah.
I think with the speedball, it's probably a little bit different in terms of the actual muscle that you're using there, in terms of like throwing
You're not fully punching, it's kind of,
it's
a lot of that. We're talking, you can't see my serratus as well as normal.
Yeah, so
we were fat.
Ninja's due for another fast soon, I reckon. But in some people with low body fat percentages, you can really see it come through, and it looks like ribs at first, obviously, because that muscle literally fans directly over the ribs. But that's your guideline there. So speaking of which, I've jumped down onto the next rib along. How's that line feeling, Ninja?
Feels therapeutic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can feel it sort of doing things. I suppose, we did a different video with Jarek.
Yeah.
You look out for that one. We talked about the left-hand side, diaphragm and ribs, just where your heart is located. It sort of takes up space that, it pushes things out where your lungs and your diaphragm are. So
that heart being there.
So just in general, people do have more compression and things going on through this
left side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think when we think about symmetry in the body, it's actually, there's so much different things going on side to side.
Yeah.
Even on that right side, for example, you've got your liver, which is a big organ on the other side of your body.
Yeah.
And I think even like some lymph drainage nodes and stuff. There's a lot of asymmetries in the body, so I think sometimes we can get caught up into this like strive for symmetry when it comes to strength or balance or that sort of thing. But I think what balance is all about is literally that, you know, balancing two different kind of weights or being able to contend with different forces. Obviously, we probably have a preferred side of the body as well, you know, being left-handed or right-footed or, you know, ambidextrous.
Yeah. You're a lefty, aren't you, man?
I'm a bit of both, man.
Bit of both?
Yeah, I'm just ambi, I would say.
Both hands.
Maybe not both. Yeah, both hands for different things. It's weird. Like I'll brush my teeth with my right hand, but I'll write with my left hand.
Yeah. What do you kick with?
Kick with my left.
Yeah.
I'll jump off my right.
Oh yeah, that's
So
left-handed type of.
left-handed type thing.
So you dunk left-handed?
I dunk left, but I'll play tennis left, cricket right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a few different things.
Yeah.
You're just strictly right hand,
Yeah.
left side brain.
Big right.
Yeah.
I try to do a lot of treatment left-hand as well, but
Yeah.
I think you're kind of using both parts of your brain, both hemispheres, and
When you're
using the opposite side of your
Yeah,
body, you
yeah,
know. So
yeah.
it's really good to, like, for us to brush our teeth with our left hand and
Sure.
and do things with your opposite side. I even heard that, like, even being a drummer, you know, it's kind of really good for the brain.
both side activated.
Yeah.
All right, let's actually turn onto your left side. So lie there. We'll, for the camera's sake, we'll do the other serratus anterior on the other side. This way we'll get into a bit of dynamic treatment as well, so with a bit of movement. So I'll just, Coach Niz, just keep that shoulder relaxed. So important here is that we try and stay as relaxed as possible in the upper trap, because as I said, those two muscles do the same type of movement. So just getting the client to bring their awareness to kind of under the armpit into this area here. And Ninja, just kind of keep your awareness towards that kind of bottom curtain there, and just kind of, that's the movement there. And now you can retract the other way, and it doesn't have to pinch all the way back, that's far enough. Let me get my contact in here first. So I'm just palpating for the ribs, really easy to find.
Whoa.
So yeah, even that reaction says enough. That's just some light contact for me. So we'll sink in here. All right, so Ninja, when you're ready, you can just protract that. Use your awareness where my thumb is, kind of thing, very good. And just regress, or retract rather. Nice. So I can just hang out on this tender spot, get the client to feel into that area of the body. Because I've got that contact there, there's awareness there from Ninja's body. So he can use that as a guide to bring his awareness even further to this muscle, and try and use that awareness to create that mind-muscle connection that may have been lost over time. Particularly for those of you who've got some upper trap issues, being quite tight, holding a lot of tension here. Part of the way is to get some treatment in there, do some stretching through there, but the other side of the coin is activating some of the muscles that can restore function from another point of view in the body. So the more we kind of lead with our upper traps, we ingrain that mind-muscle connection, and over time all of our movements around our scapula involve the upper trap. We've got to start channeling the mind-muscle connection, ingraining that to some of the other muscles that can do that same movement pattern. So Ninja's hanging out there, really good, mate. So I'm going to take that down another notch. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's just to describe what it feels like. Every time you're on new territory, it's intense, and like, and just the side lying compared to the on my back, there's a lot more detail, I think, and just intensity. Feels like it's not as hard for you to kind of get in there or something.
Yeah, so I'll jump off and go one rib across, give my other thumb a break.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got a bit more money in there too.
Oh.
So yeah, Ninj, how was the break, man? Did you get much time off? Did you get up to much, mate?
I come to work to have a rest, bro.
Yeah. This is Ninja's time off. He's got 50 weeks a year time off, guys. How about that?
That's it.
2 weeks at work.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Yeah, mate. I've got 3 little kids. So
Yeah.
3 little girls, and I had them all by myself for 16 or 17 days, I think it was. So yeah, just sort of entertaining them, and most of the time it was awesome, but yeah, there's little times when there's some conflict between the kids and between me and the kids. So,
I'd say you're pulling your hair out, but you got no more hair to pull out.
Yeah, man, they keep me young.
That's it.
I was saying in another video, I carried all 3 of them for about 1 kilometre at one stage. Yeah, so
that's some Elliot Hull stuff right there.
Yeah, man, I was strong, man. I got a good comment. Someone said, walking past, said beast mode.
Beast mode.
Yeah,
all right, just relax that hand there.
Yeah, that was cool. So I had one on the shoulders, one on the back, and
could have gone for an extra kilometre after that. Yeah,
I should have.
A little bit of extra motivation.
Yeah, might be something I'll try to do throughout their lives.
Yeah.
Isn't that the story of, you carry the calf, the bull calf, when it's sort of newborn, you carry it across the paddock and keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Until when it's a big bull, it weighs 500 kilos, and you're still fucking carrying a bull.
That must be a Tassie thing right there. Man. I don't think I've
Don't you do that?
No.
Fuck. Just, you need to get a bull calf.
Oh yeah, I'll just go grab one from the market this afternoon.
Fatten it up, mate, and just keep on picking it up.
Yeah.
Mate, it's progressive overload.
It is. It's the ultimate form of progressive overload, isn't it?
It is, man. Just put it on your back and just keep on carrying across the paddock.
That's it, man. It's that consistency. I think that farmer's strength, goes a long way. Yeah. And that's why you see a lot of people, from the bush or, that live off the land. Yeah. And they've got that, they might be lean, that big might not be as strong as they look kind of thing, but they're able to carry out these tasks and lift heavy stuff and do it without even making it look easy almost. So consistency, right?
Yeah.
Let's jump onto your stomach, Ninja. I'll let you get that set up. And while we do that, I'll get Leo back on the muscle chart here. So number 16, you can see it just under there. This is the back side of the body. Just underneath the shoulder blade, there's some parts of the serratus anterior that sort of wrap themselves around the body here and even just cross over with some of these opposite fibers of the external oblique. So as I said, it fans down onto the 9th rib. So they'll come and attach onto these ribs through here and work themselves around the body. So there's a little bit of a spot we can find where we can impact it here as well. So I'm just going to define parts of the body here, palpate the medial border of the scapula, which is the attachment point. And I'll find that inferior angle.
Well, that's it.
So Ninja's already sensed it here. Oof. I'll have to push through a bit of the lats. And I'm hunting for ribs here. So again, go deep until you can find rib. Ninja, how's that for feedback there?
Yeah, good, man. Feels good connection.
Okay.
It's sinking into it. Yeah, it's good, man. Just spewing up into it feels really...
so
whoa.
That medial border is somewhere here, and obviously I'm coming under a lot of muscle tissue, but once I connect to the ribs, I'm trying to work up, back towards the medial border where that muscle directly connects onto. So stay deep, get through the lat, through the teres, and just hang out here. What's the sensation like, Ninj?
It's sort of the very start, like you can kind of, it's intense. It feels really good when you're on tendon. That's kind of, it just, resonates as being therapeutic and beneficial. There's a knowing with it, but the more that you kind of, stay with it and breathe and things, that kind of the intensity dies off.
Yeah.
So, I suppose with the breathing, there's sort of awareness that these points are involved with breathing or can restrict breathing, so when they're tight. So awareness is one thing that I'd say, when you're getting treatment, you kind of don't know what you don't know. And when the things are explored, you kind of understand that they're perhaps tight, they're sore, they're dysfunctional or whatever. So you kind of have more awareness of what's going on in your own body.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I think because it does line the ribs as well, and the ribs are involved with expansion when it comes to breathing too. So you've got this direct effect with your breath also that can impact this muscle, stretch it by expanding the ribs with the lungs. So deep breaths can go a long way.
That's good.
So yeah, we'll settle in there and I'll slowly release my pressure. That's a bit of trigger point work for serratus. So Ninja, I'll get you to stand up, mate. And we'll do some exercise to finish. Now that there's a bit more awareness from that contact, that should translate into some movement here. So I'll demo it to you first, Ninja. We just want to have an arm shoulder height to the wall, having a bit of a lean into the wall like this. And again, protracting the shoulder blade. So just kind of pushing that arm, using this awareness under here to push. Think about just getting the sternum through, all right? None of this or this. That's part one. Stage two is just literally letting gravity drop you in there. So don't drop the opposite shoulder in, just let it drop you in there. So that's an eccentric work on that serratus anterior. So it's lengthening while it's being strong and tight, or functioning. So yeah, perfect. Tight, just feet back a little bit. Yep, keep the hips through, perfect. So push through there, sternum through, exactly. So if you come through here, as Ninja pushes, you can see the shoulder blade come around the rib cage. That's one of the primary functions. Very good, and slowly through. So important here in the exercise, just like on the table, trying to keep this guy off, which it is. It's perfect. There's a lot of movement and softness through there, so he's completely out of the upper trap and he's into this part of the body here. So for anyone that suffers with a bit of upper trap tightness and dysfunction in the push, or just having a hard time getting some awareness here, find some trigger point work and then start with this one-handed exercise. If this exercise is too difficult and you still feel like you're working through the upper trap, you can try both arms at the same time to balance it out easier and make it easier on both. So that concludes the treatment today, guys. Bit of serratus anterior work if you're a boxer, or again, if you have some tension in this part of the body. It's a really good muscle to look at when alleviating that dysfunction. So come check us out, get some treatment done, and reap the benefits, guys. Have fun in 2024, all the best. We're done.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks for your support. Done.